Hold on. All right, so we are walking in the garden this evening, and I want to show y'all
a bald-headed man.
A bald-headed man. No, look, y'all. All these tomatoes. See them? They're just tons of them. And in here we got squash that's being just popped out.
What's that spaceship looking at?
It's a little patty cake squash. And little,
Uh-huh.
you know, we've got tons of those.
You're gonna have to eat some squash too pretty soon.
Roma tomatoes, look.
I cleared the leaves back.
Yeah. Look at this, y'all. Squash. Y'all know those flowers right there are actually edible. You can fry them and eat them. We're not, but you can do that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Woo woo. Ooh, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Those probably need to be picked now.
That one needs to be picked for sure.
Yeah, we'll pick that one tonight. Praise God. And look, y'all, look how cool this looks.
I did not get to these tomatoes yet. They're straight.
Look, and so everything's starting to grow on the trellis. You see the cucumbers right there? So all of that will be covered. These are the big pumpkin squash. I can't wait for these to start.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. They're big, long Kentucky squash. Big, long orange
Really?
squash.
I'm pushing them to go up the thing.
And then tons and tons of little cucumbers. Look at this one. Isn't that cool? Probably by the time we get back from Tennessee, we'll have so many pickles or cucumbers to pick. So I just think it's so cool. And here's my mint. We got to stake this up so it's not growing on my mint.
I ain't got to it.
I know. But look, tomatoes all in here, y'all. Tomatoes. They're just loaded in here. Praise God. Look at that. I mean, they're just everywhere.
Skip it. Show them the grapes.
Hold on. All of my okra, not my okra, my onions and my garlic. It's almost time to pick them. That's why they're kind of looking like they're looking right now, because it's almost time to pick them. And then these are my beans, which John just told me. He just moved this trellis. It was right here. So he's gonna have to pick them up and replant them, because I got some here too. I told him if he kills my beans, I'm gonna be very, very angry with him.
Ha.
So he can't kill my beans. And then that big old asparagus bush, it looks like a mess, but it's actually just producing more asparagus. So we will kind of tame it. It like exploded though, huh?
We can't tame that. You can't tame that.
I mean, literally,
That's
it like,
the beast.
we woke up and it was like doubled in size, but
When it comes to asparagus, it's the beast.
my Lord. But when we move, y'all, we are, believe me,
pulling it up, taking
we're
it.
taking that with us. We got a pepper here, a bell pepper. These are lilac peppers, so they're gonna turn purple. And then this is our dill. But look, how exciting is this? We got grapes, this is the first year. Look at this.
Oh.
Look, we thought this was dead. We was fixing to pull this up. We bought new ones because we thought the freeze had killed it. And then we came out one day and it had little bitty buds on it, and we left it, and then 2 weeks, it's like boom, here it is. And look at that. So amazing.
And it's so full of life.
It is. It's beautiful. It didn't look like that last year.
There's a little bundle of beans.
Oh yeah,
Way up at the
right
top.
up there. And then these are more pepper plants. Right here, emerald giants. So we hadn't watered this bed yet.
I did yesterday.
These are volunteers, praise God, from our favorite Chinese mustard greens. And it's not only our favorite, but it is Sarah Jane's favorite as well. But I have to keep her out of it because she'll just come up here and eat it. But these are just volunteers. I didn't plant this. They're coming back. And I love that about that plant. So, and plus I have tons I planted in the back because, like I said, Sarah Jane loves it. This is more pepper. And then that's onions, which I'll be collecting the seeds. Y'all, look at this fennel bush. Literally, I mean, it's like crazy. And I'm leaving it for two reasons. One is I want to collect the seeds, the fennel seeds. Two is the Monarch Butterfly, the caterpillar, likes it. And so I seen one on here the other day, and I know they really like the milkweed, which we have a milkweed in the front, but I've seen them on this plant. So I'm gonna leave it. This is kind of like a sacrificial plant too for the bugs, but I'm gonna be collecting these seeds, the fennel seeds. Our potatoes, when we get back from Tennessee next week, they'll be ready to dig up.
Yeah.
And
we'll see how well our tater growing is.
yeah, it's the first year. We'll see what they are. Or garlic, that only has a couple more weeks and that'll be ready. So it's like in the dry out. With garlic, from what I've read on, this is our first year growing it, but the closer it is to harvest, the less you water it because it's got to dry out so it don't mildew. So these are getting ready to be pulled up. Our onions and kales and more pepper.
That's
Onions,
volunteer camp from
garlic.
last year.
Yeah.
So they're like stunted. They're not real big.
But, you know, I'll leave them there because we'll clip them and eat them, and Sarah Jane will come eat them. But, y'all, look at this. That is garlic that we grew. Isn't that awesome?
Crazy.
It's exciting, babe, when you like
Yeah.
actually grow stuff.
Yeah, it is. I love you.
Alrighty. Let's go walk in the front yard. That's a cherry tree, which we'll be digging up when we move. This is another.
Seem to be working.
That one might not make it, but
We
we still got it going. That's a plum tree over there. That one don't seem, but it might pop up from the roots. I don't know, we'll see. Our strawberries are really doing well. We picked a good old bunch yesterday and ate them. They're really starting to spread, and we'll dig those up. And right here, I did plant some okra, and it's just now starting to pop up. Okra takes a little longer to pop up. But look, there's some okra over there. And this is the burgundy okra, which is different. This one isn't, but the one on this side is burgundy okra. So that ought to be pretty. More onions. We got to tend to, and look, beans. And I'm gonna say on these beans, y'all, I'm gonna say 60% of these were all volunteer beans. That means they just came up from last year from the beans dropping, you know, letting it go to seed and just letting the pods drop. Another okra over there. Some tomatoes. Yeah, okra, like beans are like all over this place. I don't know. The wind blew it, the rain took it, whatever. I don't know.
We pull some of them up. She said, leave them alone.
No, you don't. No, God put them there. We're gonna let them grow. So more tomato plants. This is coming up. This was a volunteer too. It just started regrowing, but we're gonna pull that up. It ain't not doing anything. These right here, these need to be kind of pruned.
Stake straight.
Yeah, we gotta get those staked. We might really need to do it. Look, we got some peppers growing.
Yep. More maters.
More maters. Now these here are actually,
Growing something.
they actually are forming some heads on here. So I'm gonna leave it just to see what it's gonna do. You know, some more onions. Yeah, these onions are like massive. So what I'm gonna do is I will cut these heads off, and you put them in a paper bag and you just shake it and all the seeds fall off. That's how you get your onion seeds. And then our radishes, I picked some yesterday. I'll pick probably some more tomorrow before we leave. I'm not sure. This right here, look, this is a volunteer basil. Oh my gosh, yes, this is volunteer basil from last year. I have a basil bush in the back, but that's growing back. That's so awesome. I love volunteers. So I'm just right here, pollinators. This is lantana, which is starting to bloom, coming back from last year. And my milkweed is coming back from last year.
What do you do with that?
Caterpillars.
Oh.
It's for butterflies. All of this is just for butterflies and pollinators. And then this thing here, I don't know the name of it. Our neighbor gave it to us, but literally, y'all, this was like 3 little sprigs, and it was yellow. Remember, it was yellow. And then it's just like exploded, and now it's like a pinky.
Whatever that is.
It's kind of like a succulent, but it's a flowering succulent. And now it is, look how pretty, like an orangey color. It's so
changing.
pretty. It is changing because it was yellow.
And they were like that tall.
So that's so pretty. So we got that, which we can definitely separate that and put it in different areas. Here, look at this, more Roma tomatoes.
We gotta stake them up.
We gotta stake them up. God has been blessing us, y'all. He has been blessing us. Our rosemary is growing well. And all right, let's walk to the back. We'll walk to the back.
Going back to the...
Oh, this one? Yeah. So
It's a dinosaur onion.
it is a dinosaur onion.
Those onions came from Kroger.
Some of them, not all of them.
Those big ones did. That's what we cut off of and planted.
No, baby. I ordered onions and planted.
Oh, I didn't see those.
Now, some of these were just, we did, but the majority of them, I ordered onion bulbs and stuff. This right here is a volunteer marigold from last year, so it's coming back. Another cabbage that was volunteer. It's pretty, so I'll leave it there. Some more peppers. And y'all, these weeds, oh my Lord, they're crazy. Another pepper plant. The roses got to be trimmed back, but I'm going to make rose oil. So I'm going to collect these, make my infused rose oil. It's very expensive if you buy it, but I know how to make it. More beans and okra plants. And tons and tons of onions, y'all. I keep telling y'all, if y'all need onions, come get it. Okra, beans. okra, beans. Okay, let us go to the back. You can see my beans just growing. Growing. It's a busy time for us, y'all. Especially, in doing our house as well. And tending to all of our outside stuff, y'all. We're busy people. Plus our jobs that our normal jobs. Okay, so here we go. We got catnip, which is a medicinal herb that I'm growing, and it's used for tea. And when we get back from Tennessee, I got several herbs I need to chop and dehydrate. More grapes. This is our Satsuma and lemon tree, which smell absolutely amazing. What happened to this?
I ordered it. They were dying.
This was lettuce and spinach. I'm gonna be honest, our lettuce and spinach is not doing that well in here. We might change this and put just strawberries, and I'll just plant lettuce like I did last year because it grew so much better. So, but back over here, this is our cilantro, which needs a good haircut. Lemon balm needs a good haircut. Our basil, I need to start drying out. This right here is like a spinach lettuce, and so this is really good. You just put it in your salads. Oregano, thyme, marjoram, lavender, or parsley needs to be cut back really good too. This is chocolate mint, which this needs a really good haircut, so it'll bush out. And I'm gonna dry those leaves. That makes amazing tea. And then all of the rest of our tomato plants, that has tomatoes all in here as well. Then over here are blueberries. Blueberries. This is John's ghost pepper. And I'm seeing some little buds on here. This plant here, y'all, is called mountain mint, and it grows wild here in Louisiana.
It's spreading.
But it's all mint, if you don't know, is very, very invasive. And so you want to plant it in something that's you're gonna have it contained. But you can look, you can see that it's growing, and it is it's a mint. It's in the mint family, and it'll grow little tall white flowers. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. But this is a wild mint, y'all, that I got from a tour that we took up in Pitkin. And the man was showing all the edible plants in Louisiana, and so he gave us just a cutting from this, and I planted it in here, and it's doing really well. So this will come with us for sure. And look how pretty these all came back from last year. This is doing really pretty. It's vincas and I don't know, butterfly plants, I think. But these all came back from last year. We didn't plant these at all. They all came back.
The leaves are like larger.
Yes, they're a lot bigger. That is an olive tree. So this will produce olives one day. And let me show you this. This is very important. This is Sarah Jane's. This is Sarah Jane's favorite lettuce to eat. The Chinese mustard greens. Right here. So once these get a little bit bigger, I'll transplant them. But this is her bowl. She knows she can come here when they're bigger. She just grabs something and eats it. And Loki, when he can get to it, he'll go up there and he'll grab it. This right here is some more chocolate mint that I separated. So I'll have mint everywhere. I love mint. So good. And then this is our corn. Look how awesome. Corn. We tried corn last year. It didn't even grow this tall, huh? So it's doing well.
We were a little slow getting it in the ground.
But we got the corn, and this was grown from seed. And then look, more onions. Look at that onion. First year growing onions, y'all. They might not be huge, but they're onions. Praise God. And more onions there. So, have anything to add before it gets too dark?
I'm sleepy. But I enjoy spending time with y'all. So I'm just kind of following her around.
Yeah.
I'm the comedy relief.
Or
I haven't been too funny lately.
you've been tired.
I am tired.
You've been tired. You get to rest in Tennessee.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is it. So our tomatoes need to be staked really well. When we get back, we're going to separate them. We're actually going to make a little patio over there.
Against the fence.
Against the fence, and because all of this will be going to our property here pretty soon. And so we'll make a little patio and move our tomatoes out there, so they'll have a little bit more room and spread out.
Yeah.
And you know, get the and our fig tree. I forgot about our fig tree over here. Here's our little Miss Figgy fig tree, and we got a fig. So praise God. God has been blessing us with our abilities and just a green thumb, because y'all, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago,
everything was dying.
Everything was dying. We couldn't, Lord,
we didn't get a first harvest of tomatoes.
I couldn't even grow basil. I mean, it was like nothing. But God just, He's been blessing us and showing us how to do things and helping us along the way. So this is the video. Hadn't done one in a little bit, so I wanted to give y'all a little tour. Y'all have a blessed night, and we will talk with y'all later.
Love you.
Bye.